Welcome back, YouTube movie fans and everybody else joining me today. Welcome to this beautiful Tuesday afternoon. It's at least beautiful where I'm at, and I'm here for a kind of a movie update. I received something in the mail today. I'm going to show you guys and show you a few other things I picked up last week. Not a really big movie haul this week, but we'll get right into it. As you can see, I've got a package from Amazon here. It's already open because I already knew what it was, but this is something I've been looking forward to getting. This is the new Cowboy Bebop 25th Anniversary Edition. I did not, when the 20th Anniversary Edition came out, for some reason I only purchased the regular complete series, just the regular, with the slip and everything, and kind of regretted not getting the box set before. So now I do have the 25th box set, and I thought I'd pop this one open real quick and we'll take a look at the contents just real quick, and then I'll move on. I'm a big Cowboy Bebop fan, as most people are. It's like probably about every anime fan's one of their favorite animes. So. And this is what started it off. Before we break into this, this is kind of what started it off. I got this in the early 2000s. They had an official box set that came in like a kind of like a little box that had the top opened up and everything, and you had all the individual sleeves inside. But I found this, I think it was like some kind of Chinese deal, like way back in the day, whenever you had like Amazon. When Amazon had more of their marketplace, there used to be Amazon used to have places straight up like marketplace. It was almost like competition for eBay, and they still do sort of, but you could find all kinds of stuff. And I don't know where this edition comes from actually. I felt like it's all in English and everything, and I don't know where it comes from, but this was like the first Cowboy Bebop box set that I bought. This is the DVD box set. I really liked it. It's a more condensed. You do have a slip cover, but it's just clear, like they did back in the day. And if anybody out there knows a little more of the origins of this, I just never have looked into it, because it was really cool. Because it's actually just a little more condensed than the larger box set, because you get the fold out. It's just all a fold out set. But I'll always like the artwork. But I think the discs are the same, except the whole series is on. The whole series is on 3 discs instead of, I think, being spread out with a few more discs on the bigger set. So potentially you get a little less, you get a little more compression on them. But I always felt that they looked pretty good. They looked just as good as anything else I'd seen in that era. But then I moved up, obviously, to the 20th anniversary, which this isn't technically called the 20th anniversary. Maybe the box set had the 20th anniversary, but this was just the first Blu-ray edition of Cowboy Bebop, and I was happy to get this, and really just a fan of the show. I didn't really mind not having the box set, but since the 25th anniversary came out, I decided to pick up this set. I think it's upside down there. There you go. Get a little better look at it. We'll pop it open here real quick and see what we have. All right, I'm back. We got this opened up here. I do know on the back it does say, more bang for your Wulong. 5 art cards of the galaxy's finest crew. Swap one of the covers for a slick custom look. The series you remember, plus over 4 hours of special features, including never before seen 25th anniversary video. You guys, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button and hit the like button as well. This is pretty cool. I need to be holding this up while I'm pulling it out. That's a pretty cool looking shot. What do you guys think of the TV series? I was pretty disappointed in it altogether. Now this front card comes out. I guess that's what you can customize. That's a pretty cool cover. That's the backing card for that. Here's the actual Blu-ray set. Really nice artwork. I really like the different artwork. 25 years still jamming. great artwork with Faye Valentine. That's the biggest appointment with the Netflix series was the Faye Valentine. They just didn't go for the costume, and even though everybody's probably heard the stories who's interested in it, but the actress act like they didn't. They was one to go act like they couldn't pull that costume off, and I think it was just a. If you've noticed, like in a lot of movies, like the women have become less scantily clad and more covered up, and almost they dress them up like men anymore. It's kind of a shame. Whenever her whole character is about her character is like she seduces people with her feminine wiles, and that's part of how she she gets over on men. But here's the after the slip covers off. Here's the inner artwork of that. Really cool. All the crew members there. The box feels heavier, like it has more disc in it than the original set. So here's the new DVD artwork, or the Blu-ray artwork, excuse me. Episode 1 through 9. This 2 and 3 there. And here's the last two. Special features on disc 4. And disc 5 are special features. So we got the whole series on disc 1, 2, and 3. So pretty cool. I really like the artwork on this. The inner artwork. The outside was a little bit. It's cool, but it's a little bit. But I do like how the box is like. If you can see, this is clear, so it's got that cutout. I guess sort of embossing. Something fell out on me here. I don't know what it was. Oh, it was just that back art piece there. J-card. Excuse me. I'm all over the place this afternoon. I want to put this video out for you because I got it and I was excited. And I've been needing to put out a video the last few days. Now, this is just like a filler box with that artwork, which is a really cool Faye Valentine piece here. And the back is just the Cowboy Bebop. Actually, I think that was upside down. It's supposed to be like that. And there's just the 25th anniversary. I assume this is the other cards in here, so that's what it looks like. Really cool. You can customize your box, put a different cover on it. Here's the still in the cellophane. I'm debating actually opening this. I want to see the other. I guess it really don't matter. I mean, this stuff. Oh, okay. It is kind of set up like a comic book, so you can. I think you can peel open the top here, and it's. Nope, it's sealed. So that kind of sucks, but I mean, the value of this isn't going to be like ever anything, you know. I'll be perfectly honest with you, most anything put out these days aren't going to really ever be worth anything unless it's just put out in very small quantities. That's the only thing. But like you're saying, here it is. These very high glossed, thick, it's kind of a heavier cardboard. Okay, there's your Faye Valentine. There's your Spike. Really cool kind of gold. I hope you're not getting too much reflection. There you go. I'm happy that it's translating pretty well today. There's your jet black. Really cool. Let's see here. Here's your Ed. They just have Ed. Oh, they have Ed and Ian on here. Pretty cool. And I think that's it. That is it. So some really cool cards right here. Some pretty cool art cards to exchange out. I'm trying to look. I guess you this should be included with those. I'll probably keep this one as the main one because that's what it comes with, and it's the whole crew. So I don't have one particular crew member I like more than the other. So I like having them all together. But the inner artwork is really nice. I really like some of this artwork. Let's see what you guys think about it. You can leave your comments down there, and if anybody else picked this up, what you guys think about it. Some people pick it up just to pick it up. I picked it up because I didn't have the original box set, But I really love this Faye Valentine. It's a good booty shot there. The Faye Valentine. Really nice. I wish in the TV show they would went for that. They went for that costume, because there's been plenty of cosplayers have pulled it off pretty nicely, and I don't really. The only thing that I do see with this, with that insert like that, is that pulling. If you want to watch the series, then every time you pull it out, you're going to pull out this cover card here. So, and basically you got your cover card. This goes, it's going to go like that, and then you just you're going to reinsert it. Let me try to turn it around here so I can do it a little bit better. Set it upside down, but you just reinsert it there, and your box set's back together. Really cool. I actually really like the packaging. There's the actual back cover without the J card on there. All around on the bottom, just the UPC. The top, that's pretty cool. It's the Faye Valentine. Really nice artwork all around on this. What do you guys think? What's your favorite cover? What do you think about this set? And let's move on here. I don't have a whole lot else, so if all you guys are interested, once the new Cowboy Bebop 25th anniversary, you guys can dip out. And but I just have a few things here I picked up this week. Not a lot of new stuff really. Like some of it's new, and some of it's from last week's releases, and some of it's not. I guess most importantly would be I'm kind of disappointed that maybe they should have went ahead and released the Cowboy Bebop in 4K, because that's going to come again. They'll put it out again, but may have to wait till the 30th anniversary for it, which 5 years would be all right, but who knows. But this I did pick up from last week, and I keep bumping my microphone, and my mouth keeps itching. But this is All Quiet on the Western Front, and this has already been opened. I've watched it. I had not watched it on Netflix before. I've seen the original several times, and thought this was a very excellent war film, and looked really good in 4K. Now the inside, this is one of the storybooks. So it comes with some inside, but all it's inside is you literally have the 4K and the DVD and the Blu-ray, excuse me. And that's all. That's about all I have to say about that. It's it's just a really good war film, really good. It's pretty brutal. World War I was a pretty brutal conflict, and I highly recommend anybody watching that movie that has not seen it. Either one, the original or trying to get rid of some stuff here. The original or the 2022 version there. The next one was also a release that came out last week. This is a movie by, John Frankenheimer, it is Black Sunday. It says Robert Shaw, Bruce Dern, Martin Keller. This is it's kind of touted as, it was kind of touted as part of the disaster movies. I guess it kind of is, but basically a terrorist organization is planning on basically blowing up. They basically rig up this bomb that's basically going to set off basically like 1 million bullets or something into an audience at the Super Bowl. And Robert Shaw and Bruce Dern. Bruce Dern's kind of the bad guy in it. He's the pilot for the balloon, and Martin Keller and Robert Shaw have to kind of take down the balloon. But it's kind of like a international espionage type movie where you got a lot of, it's kind of like the Israeli terrorists trying to do this event, and it's an interesting. It's a pretty good movie. It's a more of a straightforward movie for John Frankenheimer. I liked it. It's a 70s movie, so it's a little bit kind of the anti-hero type movie, that a lot of that stuff you've seen in the movies. And I've probably commented on before, in 70s movies, I just don't like the film stock that they shot on in the 70s. There's very few movies like Star Wars works because it's kind of a darker movie, so that film stock kind of works, but the film stock they were working with, that more, I don't know what it was, it had more of a grayish feel to it, and everything feels kind of downtrodden, like everything I watched from the 70s. There's very few movies. I mean, maybe Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory is a little brighter, but even all those movies from the 70s, there's some great movies, don't get me wrong, Chinatown, I just can't name all the great movies from the 70s, but they all have this feel to them. And I feel like it's the film stock, and I should look into it. I'm sure there's some people out there, well, it's an Expeditor 3 Kodak film, and blah, blah, blah. I'm sure there's some people out there that know it all, and that's fine. I just don't, sometimes I like those details, but I don't really care to look it up, because it's just, I like the film, not so much the looking up the technical details of everything. The next up is Critical Condition. This is a comedy starring Richard Pryor. A fun little hospital romp. He is a escaped convict. Well, he's not an escaped convict, but he's a person who's trying to get out of being put in prison by faking to be insane. So he gets put in a psych ward, and while he's in the psych ward, he gets the hospital he's in gets inundated by a hurricane that's hitting New York City, and everybody gets stuck in there. He ends up getting out of the psych ward and ends up in a situation where he impersonates a doctor, and he ends up kind of helping the whole hospital out throughout the whole movie when he's completely clueless about the movie. So all kinds of crazy stuff happens. It's got a great cast, and I highly recommend Critical Condition with Richard Pryor. The next pickup this is not a movie that came out recently. It's just one I recently picked up on Blu-ray. A favorite movie of mine is Glengarry Glen Ross. Another great cast in this movie. Al Pacino, Jack Lemmon, Alec Baldwin, Ed Harris, Alan Arkin, Kevin Spacey, and Jonathan Pryce. Excellent movie if you've never seen Glengarry Glen Ross. A great transfer, and also is a good transfer on Critical Condition as well. Black Sunday, all these Blu-ray transfers have looked great, and the Black Sunday was an Arrow release. I'm sorry, I keep forgetting to mention that stuff. And Glengarry Glen Ross was a Shout Select, and I don't know who put out. I guess Sunrise and probably Funimation put out Cowboy Bebop 25th anniversary. And the last movie I got here for you guys this week is a movie that was recommended to me by, who recommended this movie? It was, oh crap. I go blank when I get on here, people. Mark Gruber from the America's Untold Stories. He recommends movies every now and then, and he was talking about this movie. This is At Zola. This is it's come out recently. I think it came out in 2021. Yeah, 21. And it stars Taylor Page, Riley Keough, Nicholas Braun, and Colin Domingo. Not a real well-known cast. Fun movie. It's basically about this movie is told through the stories of Zola, and this is from a real Twitter blog. It came from real Twitter stories, and it was basically about how she was, she was just this waitress, and she had previously been like an exotic dancer, and she gets, another exotic dancer talks to her and gets her to come back to dancing, and they get her to go on this road trip to Florida. They were going to make a bunch of money down there stripping. When she gets down there, the guy that they're with a couple other guys. The one guy's a pimp, and he's actually there to kind of pimp out the white girl here, he's there to pimp her out, and she's trying to get to pimp the other girl out, but she don't want to have anything to do with it. And it's just kind of these crazy stories that it kind of slowly devolves into like more and more crime, and it's a fun little movie. I would highly recommend it. It's probably one not on many people's radar. It is kind of in the same vein as this. Mark Mark Gruber said this, but I agree with him with it totally. It's in the same vein as Spring Breakers, which I mentioned on the last video. I think I mentioned on the last video. I have another video recorded that I haven't put out yet, and it's going to come out because it's not a lot of recent stuff. It's just a kind of grouping of Blu-rays that I've got. But at Zola, an excellent movie. And once again, make sure you guys hit that like button if you enjoyed this video and found it informative. Leave any comments down below. Hit the subscribe button, all that other jazz. And I'm going to get out of here and go get something to eat maybe. I don't know. I'll talk to you guys later.